How is everybody doing? It's Wednesday and it's 3:30, and so I'm here. I'm doing a live. And if you have an opportunity, please join me. I'm going to talk very briefly today, not so long a live today, but I'm going to talk a little bit about some cards that we can pull and get some messages from today, and some crystals that we can use to help ourselves through these times. And of course, you're going to have a little bit of commentary about what we're doing, why we're doing it, what's going on. So I'm trusting all is well. Everybody is doing well. I know me and mine are doing better now that we've had a chance to see some family, meet some new little ones that are here and have been for a couple of months already, but we have yet to have had the chance to connect until recently. But Father's Day brought us that opportunity, and the solstice and all of that wonderful opportunity for feeling better, feeling brighter, feeling good. Was certainly grateful for it, and was certainly a welcome experience. So yeah, right now up until tomorrow at, oh goodness, 2:48 a.m. We have 6 planets in retrograde position. Now I know a lot of people think, well, planets. You know what? I'm not really into astrology. I'm not really very versed on that kind of stuff. But I will tell you that in my experience, I've had a lot of exposure to these planetary influences, we'll say, with people and how they play out with us. And the effects are, important for us to note. And when we do, we can kind of navigate them a little bit better. So I was going to put up a little poster. Hi, everybody who's here. I was going to put up a little poster, comment, and so I can see who you are and where you are and say hi and whatnot. It's nice to see you there. Hey, yeah, I was going to put up a little poster. Sorry, I was saying that. And to sort of illustrate the solar system in case somebody, some of us are unfamiliar with it or have forgotten since our school days. But I just really couldn't figure out a way to do that and get the absolute perfect poster positioning. So I have this really cute little bracelet that is the solar system. And as we can see, I just want to say this is what we're experiencing. That's all I can tell you right here. 6 planets in a retrograde position. There are only 9 planets in the solar system. Big blue marble, that's us right there. Third rock from the sun, which is over here, right here. And this is, of course, really important to note because we're right in the middle of all of these different vibrations that are going on. They're coming this way, they're going that way, they're going up, they're going down, they're going all over the place. And we are feeling that. There's no way we can't. It's absolutely inevitable that we feel the influence of these vibrations coming at us, these frequencies. So just know, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune is the most recent one to go. Venus is retrograde until tomorrow. Thank God she goes direct tomorrow. She's going to give us a little more cushioning for this experience. We've had a really hard time. Venus, it was interesting because Venus has actually been retrograde since May, I believe it is. Since May 13th. And Venus has a lot to do with our influence. She influences us in our relationships, in the way we treat each other, in our connections to one another, how we view each other, what we feel about each other. I mean, those are really important times. And if you think back to over the last month or so, what kinds of events have transpired when it comes to people interacting with one another, you can tell she was retrograde. They were not lovey-dovey. Everybody was hating on everybody. It was been really, really challenging for a lot of people. And so, yeah, I can't help but see the correlation in these particular, hi everybody, in these particular planetary influences and the experiences that we're having here on this planet. So that being said, again, I can't even put it any other way. It's just crazy. So 6 planets. So again, Venus, Neptune, which by the way is all about spirituality, illusion and delusion, things like that. Creativity, right? So now we've got a wobble and a bit of a warble going on with that stuff. Saturn, which is a planet all about discipline and teaching lessons and helping us to, sort of discover our logic and things like that. Jupiter's in retrograde. It helps us with our expansion and our confidence with ourselves and stuff, and talk about producing influences of doubt where people aren't trusting of one another or themselves at this point. We're all questioning our own sanity in some cases, and some people are questioning other people's sanity, things like that. That's very relevant to where we are. I mean, these planets really do have an effect on us. So as I continue on, again, Venus, the planet of love. Pluto is this tiny little guy, like way over here, like hardly see him even in the bracelet. But Pluto is packing such a huge punch. Pluto is a planet that, yeah, you know what? It's like way back in the solar system, but it has such an influence on us because it has to do with past life energies. And I think that's kind of repercussions, or the reverberations of the energies that we've already been through, timelines in a sense, heading their way back and being stored. I think Pluto in a sense kind of holds our archives in a way. And so it talks about past life challenges and subconscious blocks for us, and it holds our karma. And let's face it, Pluto has been really dishing out the deal with your karma stuff for a really, significant amount of time for now. So Pluto went retrograde in April on the 25th. And is going to be retrograde, by the way, until October. A lot of these planets are actually there until September and October. So we've got some energy to deal with for the next little while. And if you think things are going to lighten up, yeah, they will, but not for a little while yet. So that being said, that's why I came on. It's kind of why I come on here. So have no fear, though. There is a reprieve in sight, Like I said, Venus goes direct tomorrow, which is going to offer us all a little bit of ease. A little bit more grace, a little opportunity for a breather. Mercury is, of course, in retrograde as well, and that's causing us some issues because, of course, that's to do with communication and our smooth operations. Things haven't been very smooth for anybody over the last few months. So that is partly why I wanted to talk to everybody right now. Also, we've just come through the second of 3 eclipses. That's monumental as well. As far as I'm concerned, the eclipses are all about the resets. We get this reboot of consciousness in a way, and it's kind of like an upgrade to our whole operation, our whole system, right? Our programming, our collective consciousness, male and female. And so the new moon brought this wonderful collective shift for the male consciousness. And the full moon that's coming, just like the one we just had 2 weeks ago, the one that's coming in a couple of weeks' time, is going to offer us another balancing out of the feminine energies with a more compassion kind of related outcome, as far as I can feel and what I've been told by my guides and my peeps. So that is where we are with planets. And of course, the eclipses are really, really big, and people are really feeling some of these effects, The Schumann resonance is another thing I keep talking about with people, and I don't know a lot about this stuff, but I can feel it. So when I go looking for it, my guides tell me, well, that's what you're looking for right there, and then they tell me that that's what I need to know about that, and so it's so cool. But Schumann resonance, this is a lot of energy coming off the planet. Her vibration is shifting. So in a sense, it's kind of like her temperature is changing. They talk about global warming, but that's not what we mean. Her vibration is shifting, and it's becoming a more higher, more refined vibration, and so she has to adjust to that stuff, right? Like this planet has to actually adjust to that. So that's what we've been feeling a lot of. There's a lot of solar activity, excuse me, heading our way and affecting us in large doses, blasts of and flares of solar energy. And that kind of, zaps this planet, and she has to adjust to the frequencies. She has to ingest and adjust. And so that's where you feel these days where you're just really overwhelmed or overburdened or overloaded, kind of in a sense, We have a lot of interesting weather happening that's, kind of out of the ordinary. Like right now, we're supposed to be having nice warm weather, and it's really quite cool right now. Well, that's me anyway, but yeah, so we notice these changes and these differences. Just to ride the waves. It's all we can do right now. There are so many events unfolding for everybody in the next little while, especially, that things are just going to seem extremely, again, surreal keeps coming to me. This word is surreal, surreal, surreal. We need to really think about that. So Now is a time where we really want to know that things are working for a reason, right? Things are working out the way they are because there's a reason, there's a plan in place. So I decided I was called to actually pull out a deck of cards. I haven't played with my cards in quite a while. But I have this deck of cards called The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. It's a really great cards set. It's really wonderful for people who, just want a basic message kind of thing, not a lot of lengthy stuff. So anyway, they decided they needed to give you all a message today. So I'm going to give that a whirl. And that is our card. And it says, energy flows where my intention goes. And very much like they say, your attention goes and your energy follows. That's exactly what that means. But your intention is going to set that energy in motion. And that's what we really want to do right now. We really want to, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. We really want to keep our focus. I keep saying it. I just feel like a broken record. And I'm sure everybody is so sick of hearing me say the same things over and over again. But repetition is somewhat how we learn, especially when there's a lot of information overload happening. And if we don't keep that reminder in our, with our mindset, we get lost. We can get lost very, very easily, very quickly right now. So I have this candle. I put it right on my desk, right in front of me. Focus, focus. We need to focus, folks. So, yeah, cards. The next deck I really was called to bring a message forward for everybody with. This is really cool deck too. I haven't used this in a really long time. Creator Cards by Jean Tinder. These are great. We want to pose a question to everybody right now. I really want you to think about things. Where are you? What are you doing? How are you living? I just posted this really cool video the other day. How are you living? This man gave a speech. How are you living? How are we? How are we doing? Are we happy? Are we happy? Are we feeling okay? Are we kind? Are we being all these wonderful things that we can be? Or are we not? And that's kind of where I thought, you know what, let's pose a question. So the creator cards are great because often they do pose a really challenging question for people. So that being said, this card comes up. Oh, and it's not a question at all. It's a statement. So we're going to pull another one just because we really want to pose the question. No kidding. Okay, so the first one, I'm just going to tell you, because stuff doesn't happen by accident. I really don't believe that. So the first one says, your soul, your angels, God, and the universe have only one response to everything you choose. And so it is. And so it is. And I think that's really important for us to remember, right? Your soul, your angels, God, and the universe have only one response to everything you choose. So it is. That's where your intention goes, right? That's what brings those molecules together. The universe works their magic, and bam, there's your manifestation. There's your reality. There's your life coming at you, right? So the next one, as I said, okay, well, that wasn't a question. Let's pull another card just so we can get a question, because as I'm going on about these cards being great questions, next comes out is another statement that says, you are always free to choose again. Of course I am. No coincidences at all. It is real if you allow it to be. Oh, we're just going to have statement after statement. All right, here we go. This is the question. What would you choose if you were always safe? What would you choose if you were always safe? Again, I don't like people to think you're not safe down here, right? I mean, I really don't like that fear kind of thought. But let's face it, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of kooky stuff. And yeah, people have that mentality that they're not safe. I don't blame them. I really don't. I really don't blame them at all. So what would you choose if you were always safe? Think about that for the day. Think about that for the day. And remember, because you're always free to choose again, make a list. Make lots of lists. We got a new moon that just passed that was so powerful, and it opened up ground, fertile ground for so many things to be, so many seeds to be planted for so many people. And we would really encourage you right now, because it's still not too late, plant some seeds, because the next couple of weeks and even over the next few months, amazing things are going to come about for us. Amazing things are going to grow from those seeds that we planted. A couple of stones I really wanted to talk about real quickly too, about just because, you know what? Again, everything comes down to belief, folks. So if you believe, it works. That's why placebo is such a powerful thing. We are, though, the beings who, where that intention goes, that's what causes that belief. So prehnite, stones that really resonate with protection and bubbling up and offering us filters and things like that. If you put your belief in that it's going to offer you that protection, it's going to offer you that protection. It really is. So I would definitely recommend everybody get some prehnite. Little teeny, doesn't matter if it's big or not. It doesn't really matter. Prehnite is a beautiful light green stone. It's got black kind of tourmalated looking bits throughout it. But definitely get yourself some prehnite because it puts a bubble of energy around you and it keeps you sort of safe from the harsher energies that are floating around right now. Rose quartz is another one I truly recommend for people to carry. Lots of love. We all need love right now. Black tourmaline is another one. Really, really important and powerful stone to carry right now to repel a lot of these energies that are kind of coming at us that aren't necessarily of the highest vibrations. I don't want to say they're negative all the time because they're not always negative. I mean, and there's a necessary function to the negative. We wouldn't know what positive is all about if we did not have the negative to compare it to. So we really need to think about that. And anything and everything that seems to be of a negative nature, just send it your love, please. Send it love, because clearly it's trying to make its way back to that. It's really trying to make its way back to that. Black tourmaline, as I said, is another really powerful reflector. I noticed there's a tower that just went up one road away from me. Actually, it's right across my old house that I used to live in. And rather interesting looking tower as far as I'm concerned. And I have a funny feeling there's going to be some interesting little dishes sitting on it soon. And I live in the country, you know, like, so this stuff is kind of making its way all the way around to everybody's backyard. So yeah, if that's the case, black tourmaline all the way. I mean, all the way. There's a lot of electromagnetic energies and stones that kind of work with that. So black tourmaline is certainly my go-to for a lot of people, but shungite's another good one. I really, really encourage people to find something though and work it. Another stone I would certainly encourage everybody to hold on to right now is amethyst. Not just because I'm a purple lover, but because amethyst is a stone of protection. It's a stone of spirituality. It's a stone of connection to the other realms and to our higher selves. It's a stone that helps us remember who we are and keeps us in that perspective. And of course, hematite, definitely hematite. Those stones in particular, I would certainly encourage everybody, even if they're tiny, doesn't matter if they're little or they're big, or it's a bracelet or it's a necklace, doesn't matter, earrings even. Again, your intention is everything. The belief you put behind the intention is everything. That's how magic works. That's how manifestation works. That's how life works, people. That's what it's all about. So thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. Hi, everybody. Hello. I don't even know who you are, but there you are. Oh, I see you. Oh, hello, Sheila. And a couple others I see as well. Hello. So nice to see you all. Anyway, as I'm, doing my thing and going on here, I will also pull three little cards from the tarot deck as well, just to finish this up a little bit. And we'll see. Next few weeks, I think, are really going to be, I don't even know what the word would be, convoluted. That's the only way I can put it. Convoluted. That's confusion, right? It's about a lot of watery waters, inky waters, cloudy waters. We're not able to see clearly right now. We're not supposed to. In a lot of cases, we're not supposed to really see with accuracy what's happening. But 2020 is important recognition that, when the time comes, you have to see clearly, and you can. But there are some things you're just not always going to be able to see because maybe you're just not in the right vibration. Maybe it's not something you are supposed to see in a way that's progressive or evolutionary for your soul, right? So a lot of things happening in this world that are just absolutely unbelievable. And people don't want to see it. I don't blame them. But you know what? If you're not meant to, it's okay. You don't need to know. You don't need to be told. You don't need to be watching videos that depict all kinds of things to you. But just keep yourself focused on, again, where your intention's going, what your beliefs are all about, and what it's all about for you. Throat chakra work. I'm helping someone clear anyway. Wow. Oh, yeah, I can see that. So you know what? It happens. It's happening to me a lot lately, so it's probably more me than anybody else. But as the empath, we pick up from those who are connecting with us, and that's all good. So it's all about truth, right? The throat, the gateway. That's this whole eclipse stuff. It's the gateway to the consciousness, and it helps us to balance and to recognize the truth that we are here to recognize and live by. Live by. So 3 cards from the tarot. We're going to pick them, past, present, and the future. I'm going to run through them really, really quickly so you all can get back to your life and your day. And I do appreciate you all tuning in. If anybody's interested in actually connecting with me outside of this, please don't hesitate to personal message me, as they say, PM me. Anybody's interested in any of my programs, I'm actually extending the sale prices for a little while longer anyway, because people really need this right now. And I have a couple of really awesome programs on the go. A brand new one for psychic development that I just launched, and it's phenomenal, by the way. It's working out to be really, really great. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because there are still 2 spaces left. Well, at least I'm willing to make the space, but anyway, I kind of held it open for people in last minutes. Anyway, okay, look at this. 3 cards. The Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. My interpretation is this. Past influences said we were all sequestered, right? We were all secluded, we were all isolated, and every one of us was kind of grounded, for lack of a better term. The Hermit forced us all to go inside. It's exactly what happened, right? The Hermit is all about introspection. It's all about self-discovery. It's all about recognizing who you are, and it's, sort of keeping yourself away from the world, like removing yourself from the world and just being inside yourself, and emotionally, mentally, and working some stuff out. And that's really where we all were. That was a soul experience for so many people. The growth was there. The awakening came. It was amazing for so many people. The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I love these 2 cards. I have to tell you, they're both representative of love for me. Yeah, the cups are all about love, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the Ace of Cups is traditionally the love card. And the Ten of Cups actually, for a lot of readers, and traditionally speaking, the Ten of Cups is kind of the marriage card. But many years ago, with the development of certain non-traditional marriages coming about and things like that, we had to kind of restructure things. And so as it evolved, my cards and I discovered that it really just meant a commitment to love. So the Ace of Cups is where we are right now, and the Ten of Cups is what's coming for us and where we're headed and where we need to be really aware of this kind of thing. But the Ace of Cups, which is such a wonderful card, by the way. I'll show you the Hermit, because you got to see the Hermit. We love the Hermit. But the Ace of Cups, where we are right now, this card is about love. If we need anything right now, it's love. And that's why it's such a good thing that Venus goes direct tomorrow, because she's going to start she's going to start loving us in the way that we need to be loved, not necessarily with a distorted, tough love kind of experience that we've been having. The last little while, she's been kind of like, well, things are tough, things are rough all over, whatever, suck it up, buttercup kind of deal. That's what the retrograde of Venus felt like to me. And I thought, you know what, hey, that's not very loving of you. But she said it is a different kind of love, right? It's a different perspective to love. And that's really what we were learning. And like trying to understand new ways to love each other through hard times, when things got rough and chaotic. I mean, there was a lot of hate. Like I said, there was a lot of hate circulating the planet for a really long time there. For the last few weeks, anyway, it's been pretty thick. So love is all we need, and love always wins. I just saw this cute little thing at the drugstore today, so I picked it up and I posted pictures of it today. It's a little plaque. It's probably going to go on the wall. It says, love always wins. Love always wins, people. Just remember that. Love is the only force in the universe. And anything that comes in a lower vibration just lacks love. It just lacks the force and power of light and of love. So Ace of Cups just says right now, love is everything for us, and love is what we really need. And with Venus going direct, it's going to give us that wonderful positive force of love that we've been needing and wanting so much. Now, the Ten of Cups comes to talk about what's coming in the next little while for us. And that, again, we have to stay committed to love. Once again, we're coming back to that whole marriage, right? It's this union, this unity of love, because of love, with love, union in love. And that's extremely important for everybody to keep our focus with right now. I talk about it all the time, and I do sometimes sound like a broken record, and I really don't care, because that is the message. You know what I mean? That's the message we all need to know. We need to share. We need to tell other people about whatever. That is what we need to remember, because this world is full of everything that is contrary to that right now. So much stuff is coming to the surface. There is stuff out there that people would just blow their minds if they realized it's actually happening. And some stuff that, is about to be revealed. It's really kind of interesting what's coming in the next few months. So that being said, we're going to go right to the brick, because that always seals the deal for us. We know the hermit took us inside ourselves, and that's exactly where we went. Love is what was brought us out the door. I don't know about you, but I had a really good time going over and just giving my family some hugs for the first time in months. It was wonderful meeting a little baby, a newborn, well, a couple of months old now, right? Newcomer to the family, newcomer to the world himself, getting the chance to see baby giggles and that kind of thing. And I love that. That's the best part about being here, right? Like, come on, it's all about the love. And then so, of course, coming in the future, staying committed to the love, staying committed to ourselves, staying committed to the mission. The mission is love. The mission is bringing everybody back from a place of below level love to above level love. It's really important for us to remember that. Refilling the cup, as it were. So, you know what? Here, I'll show you how I do this, okay? I shuffle, as you can hear, as you see, every time. And you know what? That's why I started using these cards 15 years ago, because you can't make this stuff up. It's just too succinct, as they say. Yeah. The eyes of the heart. I rediscover the real beauty in everything and every person I meet. I see beyond the personality and its superficial nature. I see with my heart the energy of love that dwells in all of us. I now am filled with wonder at the presence of God in all that is. The eyes of the heart allow me to see the divine shining everywhere. I now live in the true light. I will post this. I know you can't hardly see it very well. There it is. I will post this. It's remarkable. Mario de Guy. Tarot cards by Juliet Burke. Greek Mythic Tarot. Creator cards by Jean Tinder. Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. It's always a pleasure chatting with everybody. So nice of you all to join me today. Life is good. It doesn't always seem that way. Life is good. And it's getting better. Better and better and better all the time. Staying above the fear. It doesn't have the hold on people the same as it did, which is great. Right? It's great. People are smiling again. They're coming out of the woodwork. It's nice to see. And we're actually feeling better, I think, too. So if anybody has any questions for me or anything, by all means, you're welcome to bring on the commentary. I don't even see it here. I probably, oh, look, you know what? I know I've probably been saying things to me all along, and I didn't even know. Look at this. Goodness me. Just learning this stuff, you guys. So grateful to you. So grateful for you. So grateful for everyone. For everything. See through the eyes of the heart. See the love in everyone. Again, it's just varying degrees. You either got lots of it to share, or you haven't got enough and you need some. And if you haven't got enough and you need some, then some of us with lots to give can really do a great service to this planet right now. So I wish you all a wonderful week. Again, Venus goes direct tomorrow, and then we're going to have a little bit of time with all these planets still in a retrograde position. Mercury is going to be the first one after that to go out. But after that, it's going to be September, October before we have some ease up. And then the only two planets who aren't retrograde right now are going to go retrograde towards the end of the month, or the end of the year rather, excuse me. And somewhere around November, I guess it is, Uranus and Mars go retrograde, which should really add a little spice to the mix, because Uranus is all about extremes and all kinds of wonderful pushing of boundaries. And Mars, of course, is the god of war. We appreciate those energies, but stuff's going to happen. And a lot of people are predicting it, that by the end of the year, there's some really interesting developments going to come to light. So again, keep your focus, folks. Focus. Keep your focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. If you can't do that, just go inside and keep your eyes on your love, right? Keep your eyes in your heart and see through there, because that's the most important thing. Love always wins. Thank you for all of you joining in and saying hi. And I wish you all the best for the rest of this week. God bless you all. Take care. Bye now.